So, Assalamualaikum and good evening, everyone. So, my name is Muhammad Haziq bin Malik with metro number 297656. So, today I will not talk about the narrative as a whole, but I will just explain the crucial roles that involves in the narrative. So, as you can see in the slides, I have underlined the entity that involves. So, each entity involved have their own process or their own jobs. So first we will talk about inventory manager. So inventory manager plays a pivotal role in maintaining accurate inventory orders. This is achieved by updating stock daily and conducting routine checks to avoid stock out or overstocking. So next is procurement officer, uh, which oversees supplier relationship. They handle large purchases, ensure timely payment, typically on a weekly or monthly basis, and document this transaction in the master file. Supplier master file. But by keeping these files neat and orderly, any inconsistencies between supplier invoices, receiving reports, and purchase order are resolved efficiently. Next is finance manager or account payable clerk, which is will double check all transactions using the account payable ledgers and cash disbursement journal. This practice helps maintain current report and prevent fraud. Additionally, agreement with supplier outline terms for managing late delivery with the supplier master file, providing advance notice of delays. So, through this role and practices, Monty Cafe ensures smooth inventory management and strong supplier relationship. Okay, now let's move on to the second paragraph. So the first entity is the finance manager, who utilize the cash flow report and budget report to monitor cash inflow and outflow, classify expenses, and align them with income cycles to keep track of cash flow. The second one is technology, who play a significant role in improving the expenditure cycle. Accounting software and cost management applications generate reports that help track expenses and enhance financial management. The third one is management team who also, who ne- also, I'm sorry who also negotiate with supplier to minimize costs or adjust prices in response to supplier price increases. So these negotiations are reflected in supplier quotes, purchase orders or PO, and budget reports. So before moving on to the next step, an inventory summary is created. So, so then the fourth entity is storeroom department. The storeroom department is notified, and once the purchase order details and product are stamped, provided the purchase requisition details, the management department then create an account payable entry for the purchase data, which ensuring all transactions are recorded accurately in the account payable ledger. These practices help Monte Cafe maintain efficient financial tracking and cost management. So finally, let's discuss for the third paragraph. I will explain about the entity and the process of receiving and inspecting inventory. So upon receiving items, the storeroom department thoroughly inspect them to ensure that the quantities and the specification match the purchase order. Any discrepancy are promptly identified and addressed. So the second one is for inventory system. Following the inspection, the inventory system logs the items and update the inventory data accordingly. The storeroom department then notifies the relevant department that the item are ready for use and places them in the appropriate location. I think the 11th department is for process department or hmm yeah, like something like that. So next is expense management. Depending on the financial circumstances, expenses are paid with cash or debt, as recorded in checks, bills of payment, and remittance advice. So cash is preferred to avoid accruing debt unless the return on the purchase justifies it. So, in conclusion, by following this detailed procedure, Monty Cafe UM ensure that inventory is received, inspected, and managed efficiently. So that's all for the expenditure cycle narrative.
This slide shows the context diagram of our cycle. At the center of the diagram is the Monty Cafe expenditure cycle, which coordinates all activities and interactions. The first entity is the storeroom department. This entity send purchase requisition notification to the expenditure cycle whenever items are needed. This triggers the procurement process to ensure the inventory levels are maintained efficiently. Once the requisition is received, the purchase order details are generated and communicated back to the storeroom. The second entity is the supplier. The supplier responds by delivering the required goods along with the delivery invoice, which are recorded as part of the expenditure cycle. In return, the supplier receives payment for their goods, completing the transaction. The third entity is the management team. The management team informed by providing supplier quotes, purchase order, and budget reports. These documents enable management to oversee costs and maintain alignment with the cafe's financial objective. The relationship in this system ensures a smooth and efficient process. The storeroom ensures stock needs are identified, suppliers deliver the necessary goods, and management oversees and evaluates the financial details.
Jika data flowgram has a 4 activity, and the first one prepare purchase order, and the second one receive item, and the third one update inventory, and the last one is a create account payable. Okay, for the first one activity, prepare purchase order. Okay, from the storeroom it will give the purchase requisition detail, and the first activity will give to the supplier. Okay, purchase order details to the supplier, and then after first activity it go down to activity number 2. Activity number 2 is a receive item. Okay, receive item, supplier will give a purchase requisition detail to the received item, and then storeroom will receiving notification, stamp PO details and item. Receive item will give receiving notification to activity number 3, update inventory, and then update inventory will send inventory summary to management. Okay, from the activity 1.0, prepare purchase order, it gives to purchase order details to create account payable. Okay, create account payable from the supplier, it give billing details, and then journal voucher details to management, and then create account payable also. Okay, from activity number 2, receive item, it send receiving notification to create account payable also. Okay, create account payable will send purchase data and open AP data.
So this is a system flowchart. This flowchart outlines the purchasing and receiving process, demonstrating how various departments collaborate to ensure smooth operation and accurate record keeping. It begins in the purchasing department, where inventory data is reviewed and a purchase requisition is created to identify items that need to be ordered. The purchase requisition is verified for accuracy and approved before a purchase order. Purchase order is prepared and sent to the supplier. Supplier information is also updated in the master file, ensuring record remain current. Once the goods arrive at the receiving department, the delivery documents, including the purchase order, bill of lading, and packing slip, are matched and stamped to confirm accuracy. Inventory data is then updated and receiving report is generated documenting the receipt of goods. So this report is forwarded to account payable for invoice processing, ensuring timely payments to supplier. Meanwhile, the updated inventory data is used to adjust stock levels, providing valuable insight to management. This system ensures efficient coordination between purchasing, receiving, and enabling the organization to maintain accurate inventory, streamline payments, and support informed decision making.